Chapter 2. My God, what is his problem? He sits there grumbling, letting out the occasional low growl. The bus slows to another stop, and this time several more people climb on. They all take seats, except for one. Hey, Jones. Good to see you again. A bulky, beast-like guy strides up the aisle with an easy grin. They clasp hands in a firm grip, and I catch a rare smile from Jones. Watching them, I figure they must be close, best friends, maybe. Mr. Harrison Barnes, how was your break? Jones asks, his tone suddenly lighter, far friendlier than anything he's directed at me. The usual. Dad had me working around the pack. Harrison shrugs before his gaze shifts to me. Well, what do we have here? His eyes narrow slightly. She smells sweet. She has a name, buddy, I say, lifting my chin as I hold out my hand. Erin. He looms over me, his size intimidating, but instead of fear, I get the strange sense that he's more protective than threatening. What's a pretty human doing on this bus? He asks, leaning in slightly, like he's scenting me again. Fuck knows. I'll be surprised if she even survives the trip to the boarding school, Jones mutters, his voice thick with disdain. I ignore the giant hovering over me and glare at Jones instead. What is your problem? My problem is that they are sending a weak human to join our school, he snaps, a strange glint flashing in his eyes. My chest tightens, anger rising with the sting of tears. I've dealt with enough this past month. My parents died. I got dumped with my awful aunt. I'm not about to let some jerk talk down to me. I cross my arms, refusing to back down. Oh, she's definitely dead before we arrive, Harrison chuckles, still standing. Then he leans closer, his voice dropping. But stick with me, and you might just survive. He winks. There's something oddly attractive about him, even if he's rough around the edges. He studies me for a second longer, then suddenly nudges me aside and drops into the seat. You were in my seat, he says, leaning back and lacing his fingers behind his head. You're safer there anyway. Less direct access. I shift over, trying not to react to how warm he is beside me, like a walking heater. Eventually, I shrug off my jacket, earning a couple of approving grunts from the two of them. The bus stops again. Harrison straightens instantly, alert. He leans forward, bracing his arms on the seat in front, blocking my view. A smooth female voice cuts through the quiet murmur. Joseph Jones, back again, she purrs. Maybe this year you'll finally give in to temptation. So, Joseph. I highly doubt it, Nola. We're not mates, he replies flatly. You know we don't have to be mates to have fun. Her tone drips with confidence. Harrison snorts. He wouldn't want to get tangled in your family drama, Nola. I wasn't talking to you, Harrison. She shoves his arm, and it swings back toward me. I grab it instinctively before it can hit my face. Oh? Are you hiding someone? His arm settles across my leg, heavy and steady, protective. My heart stutters, but I don't let go. Well, fresh blood. She tilts her head, eyes narrowing. Then her nose twitches. A human? Yeah. I think there's been a mistake. Harrison says, his hand tightening slightly on my leg, his thumb brushing back and forth. Planning to keep her all to yourself? She leans closer, her eyes flashing between yellow and dark hazel. That's selfish. Demi is going to love her. Demi can keep her fangs to herself, Harrison growls. That remains to be seen, she replies with a smirk, and for a split second, I swear I see a sharp canine. Am I imagining things? She licks her lips, then turns and takes a seat a few rows down. Thank you, I whisper, releasing Harrison's arm. What are you really doing here? He asks, his voice lower now, edged with concern. My aunt sent me. Gave me this ticket, just to get rid of me. I don't even know where I'm going. Just the name of the school. And so far, everyone's been weird. A scoff comes from Joseph. You haven't seen weird yet. He shifts slightly to look at me. Then his gaze drops to Harrison's hand still resting on my leg. A low growl rumbles from him, and I gasp as his eyes darken. Control your temper, Harrison snaps. The tension between them is thick, almost suffocating. The only reason I haven't pushed Harrison's hand away is because I feel safer with him. And right now, that matters more than anything. The bus slows again. As more people climb aboard, the air grows heavy, charged with something I can't explain. Then two figures step inside. Everything shifts. They don't say a word, but their presence alone demands attention. A man and a woman, both striking, almost unreal. Dark hair, flawless features, moving with effortless confidence. The most beautiful couple I've ever seen. They glide forward, until the woman suddenly stops. Her eyes lock onto me. And my heart stutters in my chest. Shit, Harrison mutters under his breath. Keep your mouth shut. His hand tightens on my knee, protective. Joseph stands, towering in the aisle, completely blocking her path. He glances down at me briefly, and heat rushes to my cheeks. There's something intense about him, something not normal. What do you want, Demi? Your seat's at the front, Joseph says, his voice low and warning. I smell a human, she hisses softly. Seriously, what is it with everyone saying that? And more importantly, why are they suddenly protecting me?